If you're a leader and you perform or your group perform, you need to be prepared. You need to stick to the plan. Hello, fellow dancers. Welcome back to the Addicted to Shimmy podcast show. I am Sol Calderon from BellyDance studio, and today we have a very controversial topic. But let me remind you that this podcast has the purpose of sharing valuable information for you that you can use, you can apply, or sometimes you can avoid the same mistakes that I already made in the dance floor. No matter if you are a performer, or if you're a dance instructor, a dance teacher, or you are the leader of your dance troupe. So let's get started. Today we're going to talk about how to be a good leader in the dance floor. Okay? So, as always, I like to start with a story. And let me tell you that not long ago, I had a performance with two other dancers. This was a paid performance. So we got together, we had a meeting to talk about all the details, the music, the costume, who is going to start, who is going to do a solo, when are we going to dance together, when are we going to split up and move around the stage, the order of the music, the playlist, all those details. So we had this meeting, we did a rehearsal, everything was good so far. And guess what? The day before the performance, one of the ladies sent a text saying that she needed to make some changes because she wasn't sure if she wanted to dance with sword or with this or with that or whatever. So she wanted us to dance an extra song so she could have some extra time to get ready, between songs. Which if you're a performer, that you are always in a hurry. You have sometimes a minute or a couple of minutes to change your costume, to change your hairstyle, grab your props or whatever. So we all are used to that. Or you have to get used to that if you're a performer, right? So she wanted us to do that because the princess wanted to look pretty, right? So do you think that changing the plan at the last minute is going to create a positive result? Of course, that won't happen. That won't happen. You need to be prepared. You need to stick to the plan, right? And if you're a leader and you perform or your group they perform in regular basis. And if you do that, your students or your troupe members are going to be or feel confused. They are going to feel like you are not in the leadership because you hesitate. You are not confident enough to stick to the plan, to stick to the rehearsals. And when you do that, you are showing the lack of good leadership. If you want your students to respect you, to admire you, you have to start being a good leader. You have to make a plan, stick to it, and be ready to support your students because it's not about you, it's about them, right? So for example, you have a performance. You stick to the plan. You show up on time. You're waiting for them, right? So everybody are ready. And you notice that they are nervous. Instead of going back to the dress room and look at yourself at the mirror and, all that stuff, your obligation is to be with your students, to bring them together and let them know that everything is going to be okay, that they are beautiful, that they are amazing, that they rehearsed a lot, that they are ready to do the best of the best. Or whatever, you probably have this phrase, you have this motto or something to motivate them and to make them feel good. Because when you are going to perform, you feel nervous, you feel like, what if I'm not ready? All that stuff. So you have to be there for them. Same applies in the dance studio. If you show up unprepared, if you don't have your playlist ready, if you don't have the steps that you are going to teach that night, if you don't have solid basis to teach your class, you are going to let them know, even if you don't talk to them about it, they know it. They know that you are unprepared. So you have to show up always prepared to teach your class, no matter if it's for free, no matter if you are charging just a little, it doesn't matter. You have to show up prepared and ready to teach that class and give your 200%. For example, I teach this class on Saturdays, and I like to bring with me, every class I bring with me my whiteboard, where you can read on top first the date, then the topic of the class, and then the steps. I take a picture of the board, and then I upload it, I post it in the private Facebook group, so everybody are on the same page. That's very important. So you're winning a lot. You're winning a lot if you're doing this, because no one is going to text you about, hey, what was the step or the name of the step? What was this that we did last night? Because you're being clear and you're being prepared. So you're going to save time for yourself, and also you are going to help your students to have more clear, to be clear, and to have the whole vision of the class. So that's going to help a lot. So coming back to the performance, we are not divas, we are professional dancers, and we are doing our job. So your job is to show up early. I remember that not long ago, my Saturday class starts at 8 a.m. and I got there 7:50. Two of my students were already at the parking lot waiting for me to open the dance studio. So I feel embarrassed. I feel like this won't happen again. Why? Because when you are teaching a class, you need to be ready like 5 minutes at least, 5 minutes before the class. Everything is set up. Your music is ready, the speaker is ready, you already tested out. In my case, my whiteboard is right there, ready, right? So I'm there to welcome my students, to chat with them without feeling stressed. Because they notice when you are stressed, because you're not ready, you're late, and you're setting up everything, and they are just waiting for you. That's not professional, okay? So make sure that you're ready, you're prepared. Never show up with alcohol breath. Never. They know it. They are not stupid. They know it. Don't smoke outside the dance studio. Your dance students want to be like you. That's why they are following you, right? Probably because they love your dance style, they love the way you teach, they love the way you look, because our physique is the consequence of years of dance, right? And if you're smoking, if you're drinking, do you think that they are going to respect you? Never put yourself in the victimhood place, in the victimhood seat, because you're the teacher. You are there to support your students no matter what, right? Don't bring your problems to the dance floor. Leave them out there. It's like any other job. Same when you are going to perform. Be there on time. Set your rules. Set a code for you and for your dance partners, right? Be ready to give your best. Prepared. Stick to the plan. That's the way you are going to deliver a positive and amazing result, right? So no matter if you're a dance student, a dance teacher, a performer, this applies to you, to all of us. And let me tell you that I have made a lot of mistakes. That's why I feel comfortable talking about that. As I mentioned before, I used to think that showing up 5 minutes before the class was okay. It's not okay. I was late, right? So when you are prepared, the students notice it and they feel your energy. They feel when you're in a hurry, when you are stressed, and they feel when you're focused, you're centered, and you're ready to teach. And they enjoy that. They enjoy your energy. So remember that your energy speaks louder than your words and than your actions. The energy travels faster than the light, right? So they sense you. They can perceive the way you're feeling. If you're feeling unconfident, if you don't know what to teach because you didn't even give it a thought, you just showed up, right? They know that. So be aware of that, and remember, always show up prepared, show up early, be ready with a playlist, with the music, the speaker, with a plan of the class, or with a performance. You have your costumes ready, you have everything organized. You don't smoke weed or whatever. You don't drink before the class. Some people, let me tell you, some people say, hey, what's wrong with getting a drink before the performance? Because I get stressed, I'm very anxious, I feel very nervous, and a drink is going to help me to relax and perform better. Let me tell you why. Because if you are a good leader, you need to start leading yourself, controlling yourself. There are many ways to control your nerves, your anxiety, or whatever. There are techniques, breathing techniques. You can do like the 4 inhales, 4 exhales, like that's one of them. Repeat that for 15 minutes and you'll see how you feel, right? So you cannot expect that external things, sources, change your state of mind. You have to learn how to control yourself, right? You don't need alcohol, you don't need to smoke, weed or whatever to be ready to perform. That's ridiculous. You need to control yourself. Learn first to control yourself, and then you're gonna be ready to provide your students with a positive message, right? Because they are nervous. And instead of going to the mirror before the performance and look how pretty you look yourself on the mirrors and say, I look so pretty and I'm perfect and I need to fix this and I fix that. You need to be there for your students, to support them, to let them know that everything is going to be amazing because they did the rehearsal, they are prepared, they look pretty, everything is okay, and be there for them to support them, to help them with anything that they need, right? So that's how a good leader works. That's how you become a good leader, by starting with yourself. So remember, if you want your students to respect you, you have to respect yourself and you have to feel admiration for yourself. So you lead yourself first and then you lead others. You are the leader by example, meaning you are the walking, talking. So you do the things first and then you demonstrate it and you talk about it. So we cannot talk about something that we haven't done before. That's simple. Okay, fellow dancers, this is it for today. Please leave me a comment if you like it, or if you would like to talk about something else, or if you have a different point of view. Let me know. I'm gonna be happy to read all your comments. And remember to leave us a like and share this podcast. And thank you so much. See you soon.